No, I think what it'd be good to know as well, because I think that we've spoken to again a lot of coaches from all over the world, and I think fundamentally, everything that comes from every coach is echoing the same sentiment, which is fun. But I think as our podcasts and the information that we've shared, that we've been able to collect from people like yourself, experts within the industry, as built. The subject of accessibility is one that's come up as well. And we've spoken to a number of people around whether golf clubs are doing enough, not necessarily to introduce able-bodied children into golf as well, or able-bodied, people of any ages. But a lot of golf clubs are finding issues with, not necessarily finding issues, but not really doing enough to help people the difficulties get into the game. And I just wanted to see if that was something that you were aware of or had experience with.
No, not really. I wish I did. I quite literally just do junior coaching, so I have very little experience in disability golf. I can certainly point in the direction of the people that do. But yeah, I wouldn't want to say something based on that, because my experience is very limited on that, I'm afraid.
No problem.
Yeah, but just on that, I mean, you've obviously got 180 juniors there.
Yeah.
Is everybody considered kind of able-bodied, without disabilities, that are actually and do you think that the reason for that?
Yeah, no, all the kids that we have, I'm just racking through. Yeah, all the kids that we have are fully able-bodied. So there's no physical disability children in our coaching for whatever reason. That's not a purposeful decision. That's just how it's become. We have a lot of children that are mentally have learning difficulties. So we do have quite a few kids with ADHD, a few with autism, and a few other bits and pieces as well. And so yeah, we certainly have to adapt what we do and just very slightly tweak how we deliver on course experiences and in coaching session experiences for those kids. It's not normally a major thing that we have to change. It's normally just a simple conversation and making sure that they're in a group that's perhaps, whether it's calmer and it doesn't have the lively one, or whatever it's going to be, or more lively if we needed that way around. So it's just finding the solution to the problem with whatever we've got in front of us. And so we have to deal with that. You also have to also deal with the fact that not all parents can make a Thursday at 5 p.m. So we have to juggle in with that too. So there's all sorts of sort of management things that we have to play around with.
So basically you're taking your cues from the parents on how you can better support that child to move them in the lessons. Hey,
the parents are going to be the experts on their kids. Like, I'm the expert on golf. The parents are the experts on their kids, so I'm definitely not in a position to say this is how you manage your child. That's definitely not my thing. And then equally, when we used to deliver in schools, we used to speak to the teachers, because they're with them 30 hours a week. So I'm having some difficulties with this child. How can I manage him a bit better and look after him? And they'll say, well, try this, this, and this, and each child's different, aren't they? So especially if you've got different learning difficulties, then you don't know which way it's going to turn and how it's going to look.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many courses out there as well, isn't there, that if you did want to kind of expand your knowledge in those areas, maybe other coaches that are watching could do that. They could jump on, look at the courses, see what's available, and then how they can better support the children that are coming to their lessons. Yeah,
there are. I mean, I won't lie, I can't say I've done a great deal of training in that respect. I probably ought to. I mean, speaking about
this isn't saying what's right or wrong. This is just saying the options that are out there. Yeah, it's about just opening that conversation up and just saying, well, actually, did you know that there's these courses that are available as well? So it's not saying that any method is right or wrong.
No, it's absolutely fine. I'm not taking it as an insult. Don't worry about it. It's more just that it's amazing. You can learn from the parents. So just I haven't done anything to help me with that. It's just learning how to manage some different kids in different situations and speak to parents about how to do that best. It's definitely not like if you did ask a parent, I'm struggling with so and so with your child, they're never gonna. Well, I like to think they're never gonna sort of think less of you as a golf coach, that you can't manage their child. They're just gonna want to help.
It's with any child, isn't it? You know, if a child's having a bad day, you could just need a bit of advice from the parent. Okay, what's happened? How can I turn this around? It doesn't have to be, directly aimed at anything in particular. It's just, I need a bit of support with this child right now. And of course, asking the parents is the first line. It's essential, isn't it, when you're working with children. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it's very easy to almost get like a divide, isn't it, between parents and golf coaches. And I think a lot of coaches and maybe people out there are sort of, the parents just get in the way and they're a hassle. But that
connection's important with your parent. Yeah.
Just use them, like they're valuable assets. And if from our perspective of trying to create long-term golfers, parents are the ones that take them to the club. Parents are going to be, especially with the younger ones, that are going to be the ones that pay for it. They're the ones that are going to walk around the golf course with them. They're going to buy the clubs and book them into competitions or book them on the course. There's no way an 8-year-old can do all that. So they're very, very necessary and very useful assets.
Absolutely.